Hi everyone, it is currently the 26th of September 2014. Meteorologist Robert Pettit here joining you today. We have several areas in the tropics we are continuing to monitor, but the big topic is Tropical Storm Komorti. This is a very storm system. It's actually taking on a monsoonal gyre type of shape here, and what I mean by that is you have a lot of cloud cover wrapping around that center of circulation, but the exact center of circulation remaining rather dry, and that's what we often see with these gyre type of storms. Also, the good news is this is going to be staying out to sea, really not impacting any major land areas. But the Ogasar Islands, about 4,000 people live out here. That's these small islands. You can faintly see it here on the satellite imagery, just towards the south of Tokyo, actually part of Tokyo Prefecture, believe it or not. They're going to be impacted by this storm system. Likely going to be seeing some tropical storm strength winds. At this time, the Japan Meteorological Agency really doesn't expect this. Tropical storm, expecting to become a severe tropical storm at least by the 29th here at 06 UTC, so heading into the weekend. But by that time, it's going to start to make its northeasterly turn, and we could take a look at the 5-day forecast track, and you can see that right here. The 3-day, it pulls it off there towards the northwest, but what's happening is that we have a high pressure dominating over Japan at this time, and also while the leftovers of a trough associated with Fengwang, which is off here towards the east now. That trough's hooking this storm system off towards the northeast. And actually, if we go back to the satellite picture, you can even see the start of our northeasterly turn. Very faintly, but it's there. You see these low clouds right here. If you wrap around the northern periphery of the storm, you can see some clouds moving towards the center of Kammuri here. That is that cold front attached with Fengwang down here towards the south. Once it hits this, you can see those clouds bending around Kammuri. That's starting to make that northeasterly turn, and that's the overall mechanism occurring here as we look ahead through the next several days. So is this storm system going to be impacting mainland Japan directly? Very unlikely. But what we are going to be seeing is this storm system possibly bringing some very high surf and some gale force winds across much of mainland Japan, especially along these immediate coastal areas, because what's going to be occurring is that you have our high pressure setting up over Japan and our low down here towards the south, so a fairly tight gradient is blowing in from the northeast. Gale force winds will be associated with that, plus some surf up to about 3 to 4 meters high as that storm system continues to work its way off there towards the northwest. Now, by Saturday night and Sunday, though, it will start to make that turn towards the northeast. You can even see here on this image the bulk of the precipitation's off towards the northeast by that point. Mainland Japan's just going to see our storm system pass down there towards the southeast, bring those gusty winds, but remain well offshore. That's really going to be the extent of this. The other thing that's going to be happening, though, and I want to mention this because I think this is going to be a bigger impact from the storm, vice the winds and the rain, it's the cool down of temperatures. Because our storm passes off there towards the south and east of Tokyo, we have an upper level trough that's going to start to work its way in from the north. And as it starts to push there towards the east, you see this trough come in, and it's really going to be rather deep, and actually be deep in due to our low pressure area off there towards the east, kind of digging it in. So some of these areas, actually, you can see the 540 line starting to push down upwards about the, actually, there's a 540. It pushes down across parts of Hokkaido, and that's usually indicating the line for snow. Some areas we're definitely going to be seeing temperatures drop into the teens to single digits for Hokkaido. I do think that even in the Tokyo, might be seeing highs into the high teens to low 20s by Tuesday into Wednesday, just due to the storm system and its interaction here, allowing that trough to deepen and some cooler air spilling from the north. You're off here in Japan, that's really the big topic with this. It's not so much the winds, which your immediate coastal areas will be seeing, but also those temperature cool down. Now, behind the storm system, there is another low pressure area. I mentioned that there were several areas we are watching. The next one likely will develop and push basically in the same trajectory as Komorti. Main reason is same dynamics are in place. We have a high pressure off there towards the east, another one towards the west, troughing right in here. Komorti's following right along with that. And hey, there's another storm developing right behind that likely will take the same path. Still developing though. We're still in the genesis phase of that. Not even a named storm system, still an invest area, but hey, right now it does look like most model consensus are pointing towards a Komorti number 2 type of storm, basically following along the same projection. Now, What if that high pressure builds in? Yes, if it does build in back towards the north, this would stay more of a westerly track. Right now, though, the ECMWF, the GFS, all picking up on that storm system and all pulling it off there towards the north. Something we really want to keep an eye on. Another area in the tropics we're watching, though, is maybe a spin-off of this storm associated with the monsoon, is a low pressure area near the Philippines by, well, over a week out. Maybe we could see a tropical storm with that. There's a lot of stuff going on. Actually, it's the peak of tropical season, so we're going to see a lot of stuff form up. That is normal. For now, at least in the immediate term, no land areas really expect to be impacted out here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. As always, stay safe out there. All right, have a good day.